Well, I would like to relate a story about Steve when he was just a little guy. It was many years ago, and we were outdoors people. We liked to go outdoors and do outdoor stuff and hunt and fish and various things. And I took him hunting with me several times, and so he had a little 22 that he'd carry and shoot. And I think he got a coyote one time, a young coyote. Then there was another time he got a rabbit, and he was really thrilled. I think it was his first rabbit. But this particular time, I was going to preach for a pastor over at Durango, Colorado. That's in the Four Corners area. So we got there ahead of time and got there a day ahead and settled in, and made plans for the next day. We'd leave quite early and go up into the mountains nearby. So it was first day of hunting season, and we left in the dark, drove into the dark, and throughout the day I got separated from the rest of the gang, and we kind of had general directions of how to get back to the pickup. We started out in the dark, and it lightened up during the day, and we didn't see anything. I directed Steve, and I forget how old he was, but he wasn't very old. But I directed him down a ridge to scout it out, and then also perhaps send something my way. So often we do that. We split up, and each one goes parallel to one another. So this particular day, it had snowed. So there was snow on the ground, probably a good 6-7 inches deep. So somehow I lost track of Steve. I was more concerned about him than animals. I was looking for him, and I headed that general direction where he might have gone. Couldn't find any sign of him. But later on, I stumbled on his little tracks. He was walking along in his little boots. He was headed the general direction that I wanted to go. So whatever the case was, I would have followed him. I would have located him. We had been in steep terrain, and it was kind of a tough situation to get by the hills and through the thick timber. But it had opened up, and as I was following his little tracks, I looked down through a clearing, probably 150 yards away, maybe 200. And in my relationship with my first son, I had pet names that I would interact with him. And one was Dad's Boy, and I had a way of saying it. I used that voice and hollered out Dad's Boy, and I went, Dad's Boy, and it carried whatever distance it was. It carried, and I saw him stop in his tracks and look around, and I waved at him, and we got back together again.